Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back along to another episode of Saving Grandad's Farm. My name, as always, is Alex, and you join me here today. We were out with the MX135, we've got the Mikhail F550 baler, and this is, of course, is the demonstration that we've had in. And we're in the spring barley straw, which has dried out over the last day or so. And it's coming in quite well, actually. It's nice to have a little bit of a play around in this thing. I haven't had a chance to thus far, but I'm very impressed with it. I really do like it. It is a fixed chamber. You can see inside here, I've just left it open there so you can see it's a fixed roller chamber there. It does have those teeth you can see are like a chopping unit for which will chop up any material that comes through. It's ideal if you're looking at silage really there. But it's, yeah, I mean, we're not really testing on anything heavy. This is light, fairly lightish spring barley straw, and it's coming through very nicely indeed. This case can handle it any day of the week without any problems there, and yeah, I do quite like it an awful lot. If I had one thing I'd want, maybe a slightly bigger bale chamber there. This is only putting out 4.5 foot bales, so it's not the biggest in the world. So we'd probably have to look at, like, kind of, we've got the pressure dialed up a little bit so we can get a bit more straw in each one, but that's not ideal. I'd like to probably just have bigger bales really, but that being said, it's something we can always look into. They do have a bigger option for the chamber size there, and it's all right. We're gonna get this little field done. It's not too big at all, but we're gonna get it knocked out anyway, because after this I want to go and show you what I've been working on. Shut that down, fire it up there. It's certainly a lot faster than our own baler is, that is for sure. That's no secret at all. That old baler is good. It can take a lot, but we're not going anywhere near the speed we're able to travel with this guy. So we're able to cover an awful lot more ground like this. Now, the problem with the 4th Street, well, I'd probably say more the problem with the combine driver, aka me. I didn't leave it very tidy. Wasn't really thinking of the baler man when I was cutting the bale or cut this down. But we're going to get it all done anyway. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. And like I said, because we are going quite short or smallish bales there, it doesn't take long to fill up this chamber. It is net wrap, of course. The net seems to be driven in there. A few people in the past have had issues with the feeding of the net in there. On this model so far, I haven't had any problems with this, but again, we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on it and see how we progress through really. But it's going along very well. Straw's coming off nice and dry, like I said, which is always important. Because that's going to be the fundamental thing. This is already being sold again. We're not keeping any of it for ourselves. So it's nice to have a buyer all kind of lined up for it. It really does help an awful lot. Bring in an extra little bit of income there as well down the line. So that kind of thing you can't turn down really these days. There you go. Missing a bit there though. Yeah, back online there, Alex. But still some cracking weather around here. Really is absolutely fantastic. Can't complain at all. Oh, there we go. I haven't got this dialed in where I don't have any kind of sensors on here, so I don't know when we'll get the full, which is a little bit of an issue. It'd be nice to have that just so you know where you're looking, because as you'll see, I don't have any gauges in here, so this is a very stripped back version. It would be nice to have a bit of a demonstration of one which had the bells and whistles in there really. But yeah, it's not available. Obviously if I was to buy one, it's something like that would certainly be available. I'm talking too much here and I'm missing bits and pieces, but we'll just go around and gather that back up. But yeah, little things like that would be great to have, but it's not the end of the world really, and I'm sure if I was ever to pick this up I would definitely spec that onto the new one, whatever size we did go for. I just think things like that now you just can't really go without there, to be honest. I think it's just an essential add-on for any baler. Yeah, we're going to get this field baled. We might just crack on with this field today because, like I say, I want to go and show you what else I've been working on here. We've had some bits and pieces done around the yard, but nothing too major with any buildings or anything like that. The Dutch barn is still on its way, but the tyre man's been out to start with, and there's been some other really impressive little upgrades there. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, crack on here. Fantastic. So I hope you are all doing very well wherever you're watching. Do let me know down below what you're driving, what you think of the current setup we've got here. If you have a Mikhail baler, if you've used one, let me know how it's worked out for you really. Like I said, we are kind of half seriously looking to buy a new baler. The current baler, the Gallic-9, is doing all right. It's not doing too badly there. It's got a few little issues I'm not happy with, and you know, if we're going to start to churn out a lot of different bales of different varieties, there, something a bit more reliable would be preferred. So we're just gonna have to look into those options there and see what they are and see if they're going to be viable or not for us. But that's that would be the next step there for sure. Okay, slow it down. Just trying to guess how much it's going to take in each bale here. Okay. Oh god, the combine driver here didn't drive it very straight, did he? Lord. The forge grid there has been doing wonderfully well. Speaking to a friend of mine who is currently using one over at a place called Chellington, and he is in awe of it. Very similar actually, 516 as well. He's cracking along with it, but he is learning the ropes there really more than anything there, and learning to love its traits, I think is the best way to describe it, as am I very much still. Bear in mind that our two machines aren't too far apart in terms of age. They have a lot of different character, let's say that much. So it's a challenge. It certainly is a challenge. We'll take this one in the middle again. Okay. And we'll stop about there. Just get all that through. Fantastic. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly gathering roll. But what I think we'll do, just to finish this off before we go and show you the little bit of an extra surprise, is just get the drone up, get some footage of us in action here. And we'll have a bit more of a review of this and go and show you what I've been working on. That's this little paddock done here for the most part. The problem is we're doing a lot smaller bales. Yes, it is quicker to get the field itself covered, but it does mean there's a lot more bales to stack, and we're gonna have to do that before we can get this any plowing done on this field here. So whether it saves in one aspect, it might kind of create a little bit more in others. So we'll just have to get that done. But for now, oh boy, we're just going to swing back in the yard because I need to show you what we've been working on. I'm so happy with things at the moment. Many of you will know we got rid of the county recently, and you know, that was to mixed reactions. A lot of you didn't want it to go, but by the by, we did get rid of the county. And what I'm going to do is park this back over here because we have get to that for now. We'll just whip that one out when we need to. We'll get that other field finished pretty quickly. Won't take us too long to do it all. There's that lovely sound. This is our Massey. This is the 8140, and folks, I've done something. First of all, it's on bigger boots. We've changed out the tires here. You may recall, I haven't seen it on some really worn down mixed up tires there. We had a few Michelins on there, and then there was a Trelleborg as well, and they weren't very good. So they were all well worn down, so we swapped them out. We've got some spanking new, I left the door open there. Some really nice new Michelins on here. On the front, we are looking at the Exio bibs, and on this one, it is a 580-70R26. And then to match on the back there, we've got 710-70R38s. And these things just are beautiful big chunky tires, which is what you want to see, really, in my opinion. So, it's looking pretty good. I do like it an awful lot, and we're gonna I haven't stopped there. Yes, you can see that it's in a bit of need of some love on the exterior. We're gonna have to get some polish out and get some touch-up paint out here, just give it a bit of a bit of love and affection there, and that's fine. I can totally do that. I'd serviced it recently. I changed out all of the filters in here. We went through, changed the fuel filters, changed the oil filters as well, put a new battery on, and then checked all the hoses over. There's one hose that wanted a bit of a repair, so we repaired that. But then I also got a performance company out, and what they did is they hooked up their computer and were able just to chip this little beast. So it was supposed to start rolling in at about 165 horsepower. Now settles in just under 200. So not a big boost, but is it noticeable? Combined with everything else we've done here, I'm just going to start this up, but just listen to the engine now. It sounds incredible. Here we go. Listen to that just tick over. Doesn't that just sound incredible? Absolutely stunning. So, that is purring now. Absolutely purring. We are, I'm going to show you what this is like, because I just want to put it to work for you, because frankly, it's incredible. Get that door shut. We have got a little bit of plowing that we need to do. We need to get cracking along with that at some point. So what we're going to do here, though, is just take it for a little spin up the road just to see how it sounds there, really. Back we come. We haven't quite got our fields ready for us to be able to go in there and get these all plowed over, so we'll just go and give it a little bit of a crank out. But listen to it, just sounds so much more aggressive here, frankly. It really, really is. And I think it's going to work really well for us. 200 horsepower-ish now. A little bit less than that again at the shaft, but they did a really good job. What I didn't want them to do was push it too far with the tuning, that it would kind of push the engine too much. So we're looking pretty good. I'm happy with it, that's for sure. And we'll just go to the right here. But of course, the best thing is that we are using the oh, it's up there. Okay. All right then. Listen to it go. It's absolutely just nuts. Really, really is. So we are just we've got a brand new sound in, almost a brand new, newly serviced engine in here. New boots on here as well, which gives it a little bit smoother ride. We have a little bit, we don't really need the front weight on to carry this plow. Be nice to have it on though when we need to get a bit more traction if it's a bit wetter out there. But yeah, we're not even pushing it full whack here, which is great, and it's cruising along. But yeah, we'll get some plowing done with this very shortly as soon as we get these fields cleared, which I'm looking forward to. And yeah, we're going to be able to really start making some progress. I think it's just a superb, a very nice new addition to the farm, and I think it'll be it's going to be great to see, you know, where we can get some use out of it. I think that now what we're going to do is just turn around here if we can. Fantastic. Just listen to it. Now what I would love is for you all, just let me know what you think. What do you think of this Massey? Some of you weren't a fan of it from the beginning, but I would love to know if your opinions have changed on it. And yeah, what else do you think we should do? I'm looking at a few different options for tires here as well, just for things that we can change up in the future. But yeah, I think it should be a really good opportunity. And yeah, I really feel like just having a nice big old classic tractor, and I think this is a good kind of, I don't like to use the word modern classic, but it's around there, and it'll give us a lot of power for a good price. And if we look after it, it'll do us really well down the line. So what we're going to do is just take this back. We actually need to get the rest of this baling done so we can clear these bales, so we can get into that field and actually do something worthwhile with it. So yeah, we've got a lot to do, but I just thought I'd show you what this looks like for today. Elsewhere, the shed builders, I'm hoping they come back next week to put in the shed for the second Dutch barn, which will give us some space to store some of the straw, because that's going to be quite crucial. And then yeah, we'll really be able to make some great progress. Elsewhere, everything else is looking good. Orchard field is still doing very, very well. Another load of onions off there this morning. Trade for those is flying. Tomatoes are going very well. Potatoes are just starting to come through as well. So very, very happy about everything concerning that field. So and the shed door here is due to arrive fairly soon, next week or so, I believe. Oh, this sounds potent. It really does. Yeah, we're going to leave this here. Need to come and tie this whole field up or this yard up at some point. But before we do that, we'll just make sure that we get everything finished that we need to finish. I'm going to go and grab a quick cup of tea. We're going to get ourselves back out there to get rolling along with the rest of this straw baling. We've got the field over there, and we've also got the rye field to do, and then that's it done. And then we can get back out and get those drilled and ploughed. And some of them will be ploughed, some of them will just be cultivated over there. And then they'll all be drilled over this winter anyway, and we'll be looking good. So what I think we're going to do right now, though, is leave this here. So thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't, you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly agrees to host everything. We are coming back to you with a few episodes moving forward there. We had a little bit of a break. So I hope you do enjoy all these, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, though, folks, do stay safe. Enjoy what you're doing as always. I've been Alex, and we will see you all in the next one.